No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying, we'll do it in a couple of weeks' time, there's no point in changing it, it's too much work.
And then I suppose belly stays on it.
And don't mention anything new to the show, the time.
No.
Because I think the best thing to do is just go right live with that.
Yeah.
Nobody's expecting it, big night.
That's probably one of the nights.
That's us. Take two. Hello, welcome to the Gers TV, and my name is Si Leslie.
And I'm Vivian.
Specs are off.
For the second time.
Guys, let's know you can hear us alright, we make shift.
No sound.
Job there, I know we're 30 seconds behind, guys, there'll be sound in a few seconds, don't worry. Just keys the sound's on now, that was quick. Keys the thumbs up, let us know you can hear us. Give us some likes, some shares, some love, you name it. How's things, Vivian?
Aye. Pretty good, thank you.
The dog's a bit hyper tonight, guys, if you're wondering. We've let her in the studio, like she's going ape shit.
What about yourself?
Aye, I'm good, all good. It's been a busy week.
It
Obviously,
has, that's what I feel.
there's been a lot of things happening with the football, but also some charity, what we've done we'll speak about in a minute. It's been good, it's been really good. No bad numbers, guys. Give us a wee like and a share, that will help us get the numbers up. There's no Gordon tonight, but he'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And Lewis as well. Lewis is working, I think, tonight.
Yep. So we're stuck with just the two of us tonight.
But there is loads and loads to talk about.
We have, yeah. What will we kick off with?
Well, before we start, let's get anybody's got any comments you want to give us, send them in. If you want to give us a wee call, you can call us tonight as well, but we need the last 3 digits of your number and we'll take the call if that's the case. If you've not called before, you need to do that, and if you've called, we'll have your number and we'll take your call. We'll start off with the Rangers Morton game for 5 minutes. It wasn't a lot to talk about.
There's not a lot to talk about, no. It was obviously, the score, what, 2-1.
2-1, but it was a very tight game.
It was. I mean, they get the first goal. I mean, I think as well, I don't think they get a penalty. Is that right?
Aye, there was 2 penalties in.
2 penalties.
I think, to be fair, I think their penalty was, I was in the about 10 yards away from or maybe 20 yards, I'm exaggerating a bit, from the incident. I thought it was a definite penalty, to be fair. I don't think it should have went to VAR. I think it was a stone waller.
Yep.
And it should have been it should have been given right away. I think it was Desser, if I remember rightly, made a late challenge and took the boy. He caught the guy with the shins, I think. Aye, it was a definite penalty. Morton, I thought, played really well. They've played it like a cup tie, and they never really done that 10 men behind the ball most of the game. Rangers had 6 or 7 changes.
Yeah, we were saying 7 changes, I think it was.
Yeah. Some of the players that came in, they definitely looked the part, and I think they made a good account of themselves.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, quite a slow game, I thought.
Well, with this, I think with any level of football, when you're making that many changes in the one game, I think that's going to affect you. And they obviously had an eye on the game on Tuesday night for Europe. I think the big one with that was Rangers just getting a result. I don't like the approach that Michael Beale has at times when it comes to treating cup games lightly. I think you need to go out and win all your games comfortably and have a winning mindset. And when I say that, as we know, Celtic lost at the weekend against Kilmarnock, so Rangers have got a great chance of winning that cup now, so they need to go out and win it.
Definitely, yeah, I think it's just boosted. It's gave us a boost as well, but we can't really ask for any more than that.
Yeah, well, some of the new players that have came in as well, some of the new signings have started to come a bit better. I won't say come good, but
I think it is going to take time though. It's long term. We can't.
It's a big project.
You can never just expect something to complete right away when you're looking for a long term outcome. And Rangers, certainly with the amount of changes they've had, the patience has to be one of the things. It's just not realistic to think everything's. I mean, even the way the teams are changing week to week, and there's no consistency at the minute.
Yeah. Well, I think the more games they play, I think
it's coming together.
I don't think they've got a choice now because there's so many games. The more you win, the more games you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because there's more competition. So
that's it.
I don't think they'll get a chance, and it's going to be more of a squad than anything else. A couple of things I'll pick up from the game. Something that I don't think Rangers are using to their advantage just now, we spoke about it last year, was the ball boy system. This year Scottish football changed and they brought in the multi-ball, whereas as soon as the ball goes out, no matter what ground you're at, when the ball goes out, the ball boy's got to have another ball put in right away. So if you're doing that, you should be, for a team like Rangers with the speed and the fitness levels, you should be using that to their advantage.
Yep.
And sometimes I feel as if they're still looking about and ball watching and taking their time, where what they want to be doing is getting the ball back in play as quick as possible and hurting the opposition.
Yep.
So I worry about that a wee bit. The new guys, I think Desser is slowly coming onto the game now. He doesn't look fully match fit, but he's getting a wee bit better every week. And all round it was a last minute, 98 minutes, 97 minutes I think it was, Rangers had a last ditch challenge to stop Morton for equalising, and that could have been a totally different game then if they'd got the equaliser. But all in all, we got the result, wasn't it?
What mattered,
it's not a game everybody wants to talk about, so that's going up Morton, and the next round we've got Livingston at Ibrox.
That's right. Yep, in a few weeks we'll do some comments now.
Wait, I'll go back in 2
We'll
seconds.
go back. I think we've got Kenneth watching. I'm sure he's watching all the way from Leicester. We've got Donna watching. Hi Donna, and Sandra. Hi Sandra, and Mark. Hi Mark. So that's some of the people watching tonight.
There's a comment there about Joey Veerman.
Yeah.
Joey Veerman, for anybody that's not sure, was almost signing for Rangers about a year and a half ago.
Ah, right, okay.
He was going to come to Rangers and he chose PSV instead of Rangers.
Oh, did
I
he?
remember the full story. And after that, when Rangers knocked PSV out last year, he had a big rant and rave about how lucky Rangers were. The guy's got too much to say for himself, I think. And I think he's also realised that he maybe made the wrong decision.
Sounds like it if you're saying stuff like that. Though.
Well, that's what people are saying about his bowling. I think he done an article. I don't really give the guy a lot of time a day.
No.
We've got Sandra. How you doing, Sandra? Mark Aitken. Donna, how you doing, Donna Robertson, how you doing? And I think that's us caught up with everybody in the news so far.
And Tim.
Quick question, what's your view on Lowry on loan at Hearts? Before I talk too much about other teams, I watched the Hearts European game last week and they never featured in that, but I thought Hearts looked like a really strong side and it was a good performance from them for what I've seen. Lowry, if he's going to pick a team in Scotland to go to on loan, it's probably a great move for him.
Yeah.
I think he'll shine there. I still don't know if he's in Michael Beale's plans long term. I don't see him as that type of player, although I highly rate the lad. There was talk that he's got issues with his attitude, so hopefully going to Hearts that'll change, but we won't know. I think David answered us that we won't know till he's played a few months and see how he gets on doing it. So, Wednesday night. Tuesday night.
Tuesday, I know, it's like that. What?
Tuesday night. It was a big one.
Too late at the night to be doing that to me.
Rangers PSV.
Well, I seen no bad draw home tie in a quarter final.
That's for the Livingston game, so.
Alright, okay, right. So, my viewing last night, and I know this is probably going to piss people off, but I thought it was a good result. I wasn't expecting. Do you know what? I thought performance-wise, we looked good. I think second half certainly we attacked a lot more.
I think people need to remember this was without doubt Rangers' hardest game we've played so far this season.
Exactly.
And when the game gets harder and more physical and tougher, then the performance is going to be harder to put in. It's not going to be all Rangers. PSV are a quality side. I think they're a really good team.
They hadn't lost any games, I don't think.
I also think I think Rangers were the better team last night. However, I think PSV looked the most dangerous.
Yes.
They looked very dangerous in attack, and I think they'll only get stronger at home. So the tie is evenly balanced, 2 each, but 2 great goals. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Seema so far. But what a finish the boy had! What a finish!
Do you know what is funny at the time? Because I did see
how many people were texting.
A lot of people negative comments saying get him off, get him off, get him off, get him off, and then it just went.
He couldn't have finished that any better.
That was honestly maybe that's what he was needing.
That's what you need in football.
But see, just to break. Sometimes you get that with players, like as soon as you start getting 1 or 2, that's them, they're on fire.
Yeah.
It could be that. Like
it's certainly the pace. He's got the pace, lad, and that gave him the heads up for the remainder of the.
Just waiting in a clicking, something's clicked inside him maybe, and we'll maybe see a different guy now.
100%.
To hero in. I think the confidence in his face last night, how happy he was.
It was like relief.
It was relief, and I think as a player, if you put yourself into a footballer's perspective, imagine just getting that weight.
Well, also with the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere.
It was incredible. I think their manager, PSV manager, came out and said that.
A few people commented on it as well as.
Saying the energy was just unbelievable last night in Ibrox.
It was. I mean, it's a great place to play, Ibrox, obviously, but being there watching it. Butland commented on it as well. Jack Butland's going to be a fantastic signing for Rangers.
Completely. I thought last night he was
a future captain, I think, honestly.
He's outstanding.
But no, I think all credit to PSV for the way they played. I think they're a really quality side, but Rangers, I think when we went 2-1 up, or maybe just me, I think 2 each was probably the fair result, but I thought we were going to nick it. And especially, was it Matondo, Mr. First of all, the second goal that Rangers scored I thought was outstanding.
Yeah.
World class play and a great finish. Great vision. It was 50-50 whether it was onside or offside, but obviously the linesman and the VR team or whatever all watched it and it went ahead. Yeah. Great finish, and Matondo then almost finishes the game with a volley. So we've spoken about him in the past. He's obviously coming onto a game now.
I know, definitely. I think it was wee Lewis is always kind of singing, constantly singing these praises, and it's there. There's definitely it's there.
The thing about Matondo, he's a winger, and wingers need consistency. They need to be playing regularly, and they need to be happy. Yeah. He looked happy. He was delighted when he scored the goal. But Sanders just took the words right out of my mouth there. For all the good points in the game, I thought the Rangers defence in general, it was what we were defending at the time. I thought in general the Rangers defence played really, really well.
But Tav is better.
But
Much better.
it's the silly mistakes. It's Sandra's calling them the schoolboy errors.
Aye.
This has been going on for 2 years now, really, or maybe longer. Silly mistakes that cost us at all times. The second goal.
I did see a lot of silly. I've got.
I
agree with all that. I did see a lot of silly things.
With corners and set pieces, especially corners,
Yeah.
you should have a man in the front post and the back post, and that gives the goalkeeper an easier job.
Yes.
Yeah. We're still making these schoolboy errors, and it seems to be a trait with the defence. Why that's not been addressed, I don't know. But we need to get that fixed, because at this level, you can do that against Morton and teams like that, and some of the teams of Scottish football. But you can't keep making mistakes like that.
I think it's great for the players to get this practice, because that's what I was thinking. See how fast paced it was moving, and
I thought it was too fast for the referee, because I thought the officials they were struggling.
It was great though, but that's what the players need to progress. And I mean, no disrespect to Greenock Morton, but we aren't going to get to the level that we need to be at unless we're playing these games. Do you know what I mean? And
they're one game now away from. They're a win away from getting to the Champions League. So
yeah,
you
never.
I
just don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
well, it was the same result last year, and we got it. I don't know if I would argue are we a better team than we were last year, and would argue were they a better team than last year. I think the two teams are very evenly balanced now.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And it's really going to be who is the most on form on the night. I don't think it matters really much. It's an away tie to Rangers. Rangers have a big support.
Yeah.
I thought outstanding display from the Union Bears last night as well.
Yeah.
The fans made the night. Cantwell outstanding. Raskin all over the park every day. I struggle to pronounce this boy's names. Quentes.
Quintes, yeah, Joseph.
Quintes.
Yeah.
I thought the game just bypassed him. I thought it was too big a game for him.
He looked a bit kind of.
I think
the
the nerves hit him.
Nerves hit him. I thought that as well. Yeah.
He's a quality player, but I don't think it was his type of game last night. And bringing on Lundstrom probably helped settle the team a wee bit. Looking at the rest of the performance, I'm just trying to think who else. Barisic played okay. I thought Tav played well, an attacking defence, their defence, but he can't defend a 50-50 defensive tackle. He can't seem to do it. And Sanders made the point. That's what the schoolboy errors is what's cost us again. Because if we'd have went in with a 2-1 lead, that would have been a great feeling for everybody. But let us know your thoughts on it, guys. I think that Rangers can still do it. I think they've got a great chance, and I fancy us to score over there. There's no way for him goals anywhere.
Yep. As long as we are getting the goals in the net, that's ultimately what we need.
Yep.
Especially when we're going over there. So.
The speed of the play as well. I thought was good. That Rangers build-up play was really fast. I like it. I like a high-tempo game.
I'm the same.
Which we haven't had a lot of times this season. So Rangers slowly, as if the jigsaw's slowly coming together. I understand that we've got a hard game at the weekend away to Ross County.
Yep.
Then we've got the away tie in Eindhoven, and then we've got Celtic at Ibrox.
Yeah.
The next 3-4 games could make or break how the season goes for us.
I could honestly set us just up nicely for a great season. And
the arguments you've got is if we fall into the Europa League, we've got European football to Christmas, and if we fall into Europa League, it's probably just now closer to our level. But the money, the attraction,
15 million,
and everything that the Champions League brings is what Rangers want to be.
Of course. And yet, in order to progress, you need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
We're 1 win away for that.
Can he sit back and go, do you know what, Europa will be alright for us because that's the easier option? You need to play for the best, you want to play to progress. And
I think we'll go with the right mindset.
I think Sandra's saying, it should have been the first thing that Bill fixed, and somebody else has agreed and said you should know you build for the back.
Well, there's another thing that Rangers are doing regularly just now, and I don't like it at all. All the big teams in Europe do it before everybody connects me and tells me that, but I don't like it, I don't care. Is when Rangers defend a corner, they've got every single man in the box. Now when you've got a guy like, for example, Seema on fire, and he's not going to be the best of defenders, but he's got a great burst of pace, you put him just before the halfway line. That means if the ball comes out, Rangers have got an option. They've kept 2 men. They'll have to keep at least 2 men to defend them. But if the ball comes out and you don't have anybody there, they just put the ball straight back in.
Yeah.
And that Eindhoven, they lapped that up the whole game. Every time they had a corner, they were in the corner if it came out, because it came out, they had a better opportunity. 3 and 4 men outside the box. But Rangers seem to have everybody in the box just to defend it and then worry about the attack later on. I don't like that tactic, but I think overall, I think it was a good night for Rangers last night. It was unlucky that we never won the game. It was disappointing, but we're 1-1 away from Champions League football.
Yep.
And that's the money that comes with it and the prestige.
And I think, as much as it was a draw, it's within sight. It's still within our reach, certainly. And it's a great thing, because I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest.
Let us know your thoughts, guys. If you want to give us a wee
Golson
call.
was solid as well, yeah, I thought that.
Aye, well, Golson's playing a lot
He was
better as
great,
well.
actually,
with-
last
see,
night.
having a regular centre half beside him,
Mm-hmm.
having Suter beside him definitely helps him, and it's making Suter a better player as well. Having a regular a relationship with two players that know each other, playing on a regular basis, it's definitely going to come to fruition. No Celtic fans at the Old Firm game. I spoke about that last couple of weeks, Mark. Celtic made the choice; they don't want to come to Ibrox for the game. If anybody remembers way back to Fergus McCann days when they cut the Rangers allocation and they started this tit for tat, it's now came to a point where last season there was no fans again and Celtic have refused tickets. But that doesn't mean Rangers should be refusing. Rangers need to apply for their tickets for Celtic Park.
I think they have.
They have, aye, so they need to do that and they need to make sure they get them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that that's Celtic's problem to worry about. It's more Rangers fans at the game. Celtic don't want to go. They'll probably be done what their ultras groups told them to do or whatever. I don't really care about that. But more Rangers fans will be at the game. So that
Yep.
Rangers really need to make a point at this game, putting the marker down. I think Celtic's under a bit of pressure losing the game at the weekend. However, that can all change quickly in Scottish football. If Rangers put the marker down in the Old Firm game, then you would say that the pressure's on Brendan Rodgers and less pressure on Michael Beale.
Yep, exactly.
But that's the difference with one game or two games in Scottish football. But we'll talk about the Old Firm next week. Just
That'll be
there's
interesting.
one game at a time. We've still got Ross County before that.
We have, yeah, and then obviously next Wednesday's the biggie.
Yeah, 100%. What do you
That's
make of? Can you read that? I've not got the specs on. Butland could be the best signing of the season.
Yeah.
You can beat him,
I think he's already kind of proved that he's going to be.
Well,
aye.
the thing about him, he looks as if he's been there for years.
Uh-huh.
That's what I like. And the thing that we've all spoke about, shows about it for months, is Rangers goalkeepers that don't command the box. This guy commands the box.
Mm-hmm. He's got a presence about him
Aye,
and an energy that's
He's
just
very confident.
very confident. Aye, it's like
He looks like a goalkeeper.
aye. It's just his mannerisms, his body language, and it's as
and-
if he's protecting, and like he's just
He's
aye.
obviously a class
looks the
goalkeeper,
part.
but he was on the bench for a year. And
Aye.
I think that regular football now, I think he's happy. And it's the same as Todd Catwell. Todd Catwell said that he fell back in love with football when he came to Ibrox. And that's the impression I get, that they're enjoying the game. Because if you don't enjoy it, there's nothing there.
I think as well, I don't know, but I just see like Silly Cantwell, Rask, and can't really mention a
Mark.
lot of the other players, but like Sir Butland, I feel like he's going to fit right in the
Yeah.
squad
Well,
as well. And
The other good signing I think could prove to be Danilio. It's going to take him a couple of weeks yet.
yeah, that's what I mean. I think there is a few that
But
I
the thing about it,
can
we'll quickly talk about Old Firm game because of the subject matter. See if any of the new signings score the winning goal in that, then all the pressure's off them, and that will launch their career. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's alright saying that they're struggling now. If they score that one goal, it changes the scenario completely.
it does.
But it's early on in the season that the games are coming quick and fast. Last night, what I really liked about last night was the game was enjoyable.
It was.
It was a game where you really
You felt really, even though it was a draw, you
felt exhausted.
felt
watching it.
exhausted, pretty satisfied, exhausted, but it was
Yeah.
like you've put in a performance.
So it's not always about winning. You want your team to
No.
win every week.
You want them to play well.
You want them to do their best and give
I
100%.
mean, how many times have we been here, like Green and Morton, they're still
Yeah.
shite, even though we've won.
And there
So-
was crunching tackles coming. I'm just grabbing the dog
I
sheet.
think as well, people are always remembered for the bad things as well,
So-
and not the good things.
If anybody wants to give us a wee call, can you see the screen there? I can't see it for the number. 0141 319 5230. Is that right?
Yeah, your brother's watching. Hi, Mark.
Is that the right number? Right? Not got specs on. 5230 on it.
5230
That's how good my
0141.
memory is. It would be good to get a call for somebody because we're a man down. We've not got Gordon tonight.
0141 319 5230.
And you give us a wee call just to chat about the
And
game.
just remember, put your last 3 digits up.
Let us know what you guys think of the game. Do you think Rangers are going to go through? Give us a thumbs up, and if you think that it's not enough, the result, give us a thumbs down. Just to give us an idea of what the fans think of
Aye.
the result and how it's going to affect us next week. But I think it might just suit Rangers that we've got to go and get. We need to go over there and score now, and that might suit us. that might just be it, because I think we'll go for a...
Try harder, James.
We'll have a high press, but I think we'll be playing most of the game on a counter-attack, and we'll be relying on pace. We don't have a lot of pace in the team. Mark Brown, we don't have a lot of pace in the team, but I think if you've got Matondo and Seema in the team, then that adds the pace that we've lacked recently.
Yeah.
Right, do you want to quickly talk about two other things and we can go back to football in a minute?
Aye, let's chat about what we've been up to.
Right, a wee bit of sad news, but it's still
I'll let
very
you
good
kick
news.
it off and then I'll...
So, we got contacted by a friend of mine, Big Danny for Denison. A young Rangers supporter has I'll not name the disease and illness she's got because it's too big a word for us. I don't know anybody that can pronounce it when they've seen it. Everybody said the same thing. Whoa. The wee chap, his name is Jackson Sands, and he's from the East End of Glasgow, and he's got this illness that I believe only 3-4 people in the world have been diagnosed with. Rangers daft. So we got a message from his family asking if we could get him involved with the club to give him a wee boost because he'd been in intensive care and his lung had collapsed. We got to work on that. So first of all, to everyone that's helped us in this, whether they've liked the threads, shared it or anything, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We got a wee message tonight from the family just saying that they appreciate it.
Yep.
The cards have started coming in.
They have.
And there's people contacted them from all over the world.
Yeah, I've seen comments for Italy, Australia,
Dubai,
Thailand, America, Perth, Melbourne.
It's a scenario in life where you never want to be in when a child's in that scenario. No. But we just want to put a wee smile on his face.
Love and kindness all the way. And
we would urge you, if anybody, David, thanks for doing that, you're going to do a card. If anybody can send a wee card, the address is on our page. Just a wee card, it doesn't need to be an expensive one.
Yeah.
We don't want any donations. People keep texting us that you want a donation. We're not collecting any money for them.
No.
We just simply want to get them as many cards throughout the world.
Yep.
And Rangers are also going to be doing an announcement, but I don't want to steal their thunder because they're doing it separately. But the club are doing a lot for the wee guy.
They are.
They just wanted to get the PSV game out the way first. As I said, it's a scenario you never want to be in life.
Yeah, and we've also, you might be getting a wee surprise visit from the Gers TV, Jackson, because we would love to meet you, and we're looking forward to hopefully seeing you in the near future.
And I believe did you see his family may be watching tonight?
Yeah, as far as I know, you are watching, so big shout out and thank you.
So
as I said,
the whole story's on the page. Yeah. If anybody could just send a wee card, just a wee get well soon, Jackson, it would be massively appreciated. Just on behalf of everybody at Gers TV, we've been astonished with the reaction so far.
It's just amazing, honestly. I was nearly crying yesterday. Honestly, I was that emotional because
we do a lot of work for the Glasgow Sick Kids, and it's
so many nice people. It restores your faith, kinda, in how much people pull together and how much good is actually out there.
So thanks to everybody for getting involved in it.
Yeah.
And we will keep you up to date. And if any of the projects change, people keep asking us about donating. It's no financial. We're not asking any supporters to pay money. It's just simply a wee card. The club's going to deal with the rest of the events for the wee chap. I don't want to go into details because the club's doing that themselves just now, and it's still to go live. So thanks for that, guys. And if you haven't shared it, just share the post even.
Yeah.
Because you've been monitoring it for me. It's been going everywhere.
I have, yeah. It's been going everywhere. The response has just been outstanding. What I'm going to do as well, I know Jackson's mum's posted some beautiful pictures of him. Getting a few gifts. So if you keep posting them, I'll collect them all on the page and I'll do a big huge post maybe over the weekend or just whenever things kind of settle down because I think we've still got a lot to come.
And before I forget, there was a couple of pictures and he was at the big walk as well. I believe so. If any bands are watching, if any of the bands want to send him a wee card,
yep.
He obviously likes watching the bands himself, same as me. If any of the bands are watching, they want to send him a wee card, they would love that. He's obviously photographed his bond stick, as you call it.
It's brilliant. I love it.
It's a great photograph. That's all right, guys. Thanks for getting involved with it. Thanks for supporting it, and we'll keep you up to date. Transfer window is still open. Yeah, I think that closes in 9 days. However, I stand to be corrected with that, but I haven't checked the official closing date on it. And I was watching some news as well on Sky the other day. They're saying that when the British transfer window closes, or was it European one, that the Saudi one will still be opened and there still could be business done because of the money that they've got.
Yeah, but I did read that actually as well.
We will do a special show on the night that closes as well, always do.
Right, okay.
So
what days?
I always do a transfer window one.
good.
So we'll do that separately. So where are we? Comments. History is a habit of repeating itself.
We'll do
Correct.
some comments.
I 1-0 win to Rangers next week and we're through. That's his mum at the boatmare, isn't it?
Oh, Debbie. Oh, it's a beautiful comment.
I need to put the specs on, I can't see.
Yeah, she's saying...
This is so I don't, this is so I don't greet and I don't get caught greeting.
There you go, side green now. Aye.
Right, so do you want to read it?
I'm actually almost in tears just hearing this. My wee guy will love all this and appreciate everything from you and everyone.
And that's his
so
photo.
nice.
If you're looking at Debbie's message, you'll see the wee Jackson's photo.
Do you know, honestly, the fulfilment I've had over the last day, just reading all the comments and hearing all the support, and it's magic. You can't even explain in words how nice it is.
So,
it's just magic.
A wee card in the post, couple of words on it,
Yeah.
and that will make the family's day.
It will,
make
and
the
you might be
Jackson's day.
meeting us. You can tell Jackson you'll be getting a wee
Look,
surprise visit.
We're
from
going
us
to come
too.
down, so get the
We're
biscuits
going to
in.
come down, get the biscuits in. Exactly. What will we? Can we do this?
Key her around.
Can we talk about the supporters clubs? Because we might end up forgetting.
Right, so Vivian has been doing a project for a few months now, and the reason we started this was Rangers website used to have a full database of Rangers supporters clubs and associations throughout the world,
They did.
and a few people had mentioned that they could no longer find it. So Vivian has then put a database together, is that right?
Yeah, basically, I'm not going to pure make out as if I sat for months doing it.
You behave.
I basically found, right, so the plan was to do one, so obviously cutting corners or working smarter, not harder, is the way I kind of work. So I managed to find a list just through the kind of, I won't say dark web, but just kind of off the cuff. So we have uploaded it to our website and it's went live. What we would like to do is, if any of the supporters clubs, or you know any supporters clubs, if you want them on the list and they're not there, please private message the show and we will make sure they're added on.
Just quickly when you say that, because one of the things that we've found in the past is speaking to people maybe from Dubai or Thailand or some of the places, London, people messages and say, I stay near there, but I didn't know there was a club there. If it can get you one more member, and I've been part of Rangers supporters clubs for years, I've not been in the last couple of years though.
Yeah.
Sometimes a Rangers supporters club just needs members.
Exactly.
To thrive, it just needs 1 or 2 extra members to keep going.
And you always see kind of people when they're even on holiday or working away, or you see constantly people asking where can I go. And what we want to do as well, in addition, so I'm going to pick, weekly we're going to pick a supporters club, and I will contact them ahead of the show and we will promote them and make sure that their contact details are up to date as well, and if they've got any events and they want us to promote anything, but also we'll promote it on the website and promote it on our Facebook or even our Instagram
I'll
for
put a
them.
link on it now whilst you're doing
Yeah,
that.
so what we'll do then is keep everything up to date on the website so it's always the right and correct information, because there's nothing worse than looking up something and it's out of date or it's no longer there. So that's one of the reasons I want to contact the supporters clubs before we do a promotion every week, and just get everyone involved, and again just closer working and letting people know that there's supporters clubs all over the world for people to visit.
I'm going to put a list up just now. Vivian has done this in British order, European order.
In world, I think. Or I think it's UK and then worldwide. I'm sure. There's 2 orders.
So, if you're interested in a Rangers club and it's not on that list, ask us. And if you're in a Rangers club and it's not on that list, ask us and we'll get you on it. Because it's important that these clubs are supported throughout the world.
It is, yeah. I mean, I think we were at that meeting. Was it not the meeting last year?
Aye, the Rangers Supporters Association.
And having
We'll catch up with them. I've seen some of the boys at the weekend. I want to make sure I got this right. Sorry, just want to make sure you can still see us on it. In case for half of them don't see. I seen some of the boys for the Brighton Loyal at the week last night actually at the match. It'd be good to catch up with the Supporters Association again and find out what their plans are. Because it's a new season and they had a lot of stuff they were working on pre-season, weren't they?
Oh, did they?
Aye, that's what they were telling us at the meeting. If you remember, they were saying that there was
fan
engagement.
Yep. Yeah, aye, that's it. So
that's another project for us to get involved in soon.
It is, yeah. So we will be choosing a different one each week, but I'll get in contact with them before.
Tommy, just to jump in here, the address is on the website, on the Facebook page, but also his mum's just posted a minute ago, so you maybe be able to PM her direct. I don't want to put it on here, the address.
No.
And I've not got the time to do it either. But
No.
we'll get it to you. You'll find it very easily. It's been shared everywhere and it's on our page.
Aye, it's on all the pages. Yeah.
So back to the supporters club. So well done with doing that, because we asked you to do that and it's a hard task. Was there some clubs anywhere, did you notice some places you thought, I didn't think there'd be a club there?
Aye, I think there was. Like maybe, I think now, I'm on the spot. I think maybe parts of Canada and things. Aye, New Zealand and like Asia. Aye.
So we'll feature that for every week. We'll be able to feature the
Basically,
different
they're
clubs.
everywhere. I mean, you know yourself, you went over to Thailand.
There's Rangers supporters clubs everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Just Gary Lanigan was on a minute ago for the Shankill Proddy boys. Northern Ireland alone, there's very few places in Northern Ireland, well, our places in Northern Ireland that you go to that doesn't have a Rangers supporters club or a Rangers bar.
Aye.
In Northern Ireland and in England, there's loads of clubs as well. The amount of Rangers supporters clubs in England.
This is why I'm saying for everybody to even have a look and see if they know more ones that we've not added, because there's going to be ones popping up here than
If
everywhere.
we've missed you out, it's nothing personal.
No, it's no.
We've tried to find everyone that we can, but Vivian's going to be doing this all season.
Aye.
So send her a message and she will get you on that list.
Added to the list, yep, definitely. So what else are we going to have a chat
There
about?
was one more thing, I think I actually might have been it. A couple of comments, let's get the comments
Let's
in.
do some comments.
It's a bit harder because we're a man doing, but we're
We've
alright.
done 30, 35, that's quite good.
We've come a long way since we started. Thank you, great comment, Mark. We appreciate that. And all the support. He's asking us if we're having any events coming up. We will be, but we haven't planned any yet.
No, we will have though.
We need to get another one.
Yeah. No, it will be Christmas soon enough.
Aye, or maybe Halloween or something. We'll have a wee think.
Halloween? No.
Hugh Dunlop, I'm very confident we can win next week. Good, that's what we need. We need to. The club needs to be confident. We need to believe in ourselves. Toronto, Glasgow Rangers Glasgow Rangers Supporters Club branch number 1. Neil Reid. I met the guys there, and Narsa. I met Neil. We had plenty of beers.
Okay, well maybe
A tenner
contact
a beer, so.
Is it?
Aye, so make sure we enjoyed them. So we'll contact Neil. We'll send you a message for next week. Aye.
Yeah, well why don't
That kicks it
Neil,
off.
yeah, because you're a regular that watches us, I'll get in touch with you then and I can get some further information.
And we'll start off with that.
That could be our first one. I'm happy with that, yeah.
Guys, Hugh Dunlop, you're asking and a few other people about the comments. Just want to give us a wee call, that'd be great, because we're going for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, 10 more minutes. And the phone number is 01413195230. It won't cost you any money. All we need to know is your last 3 digits if you've not called us before. Checking, I'll not get any messages on that phone. Brandon, what's she saying? I'm here. How are you? Who's he speak to?
I don't know.
How you doing, Brandon?
Yeah.
Who does he start out? So my question is Hugh Dunlop.
Who does he
Who does he
start?
start next Wednesday? Do you mean the full team? I don't think it's going to change much for the team. And
I
last night.
think, and to be fair, I'm
he
quite
might
happy with
he
that.
might start with Danilio
Mhm.
instead of Dessers,
What about Matondo?
and he might. Well, I don't think he fancies Matondo, to be honest, but he's on form, and the more good games that Matondo plays, he's asking the question. He's in the squad. He might start with Matondo before Seamer, but Seamer's he did have a good goal, but so did Matondo. It's a big question. I really don't know. I don't think the defence will change. I don't think the midfield will change much.
No.
It's really, I think, a question of the mid. I mean, he might put an extra. He might play Lundstrom in the midfield. He might do something like that,
Yep.
just to tighten it a bit.
Yep.
Again, I can't pronounce the boy's name very well. Quentes, or what his name is. I think he might come out and he might bring Lundstrom in just to tighten it up. I don't see many changes, but aye, well,
I don't see many changes either.
touch wood, we've not got any injuries. I don't think it will change much.
Mhm.
Kenny Miller said Rangers should have done better in TNT Sports last night. It's all about opinions.
Exactly.
That's our hardest game. That was our hardest game. Aye, we should. I always think Rangers could have done better, but we lost a silly goal at the end and we missed a great chance to make it 3-2. So I would put it down to being unlucky, to be fair. It was a bit disappointment if I got the result, but we're still in a tie.
It was.
Don't underestimate the Dutch league. It's a good league. Remember the Ajax tore us apart last season.
Exactly.
So
It's a great league. I think
PSV played us last year, couldn't beat us.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think some of PSV's big players have left. But
They have, but they've managed to get Tillman. They've got him in.
I heard that Lee Jung, see that guy that scored.
They've got good players, don't
I think
honestly, I wouldn't
he did a
underestimate
bit
them.
of a tantrum at half time.
Aye, one of them kicked
the
the
door off its hinges.
Apparently they said to one of the staff, they're looking for a joiner. They said, what you want me to join? He said, I'm in the Orange, I'm in the Masons, what else is there? Apprentice boys, the Blacks, I don't know. Aye, listen, this football, there's a lot of passion goes about. There's a woke society where everybody's offended. People are offended by the big banner, the Union Bears had a bit of fun. You know, come on, listen, we're here to watch the football, we're here to enjoy it. I've always said, see if you go to a game of football and you're going to be easily offended, don't go. See if the people singing, any fans at all, upset you, turn the volume down if you're watching the telly, but don't try and change the game. It's a working man's sport, it always will be.
Yeah,
listen,
I agree more.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
No, exactly.
I had a great night, I enjoyed it. I seen fans for all the world did it. I seen people had been travelling for different continents and everything.
See, when I took your seat the other week, the guy sitting next to me was for Australia, and it was his first ever time visiting Rangers.
Right,
and he was just totally, who was it we played? Thank God, my head's pickled.
You talking about 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, aye. Wasn't it Kelly?
No, Kelly was away. You talking about the league game?
The league game, aye. Who was it?
You've thrown me in.
Livingston.
The Livingston game, aye. When I was away,
You were away to Dunoon or something.
The Butcher of New York, aye. Listen, guys, everybody knows how the ultra scene works and all that. The fans are to get a bit of one-upmanship and things like that. It was a great display. It looked fantastic, the display, and 99% of the world look at that and have a laugh and a joke. It's simple as that. The fact that a newspaper put an article out all shocked over it tells you more about them, so don't buy newspapers, that's simple as that. Big rant there, do you want to go for it?
Aye, I don't know if it's a rant, I think next week it's a decent comment. Next week is doable, the Bears have to play to their strengths. PSV didn't like the long ball over the top or down the wings. On paper they have a stronger squad than us, and that was reflected in the possession stats. Going to have to fight over every ball next week, find space, move past and take our chances when they come. If we get half the loose balls they did, with a bit of luck and get in about them, they're more than capable.
So that's came in for our lower page, our group, so it doesn't come up with a name on it. So if you want to add your name, because that's a really good analysis, that'd be a good call. I would agree with that. Rangers, I think Michael Beale done exactly what you're saying there, because with the last 20 minutes, see for 15 minutes in the second half, PSV were Rangers, and our defence was a proper, it was like the Alamo, and Rangers came back into the game. But that's one of the things that we've done. We played the ball over the midfield, we played the long ball, and it was good quality long balls, and I think he's right, that worked. They didn't look comfortable with it. I don't think they were too comfortable with the atmosphere at Ibrox either.
Yeah.
But when we try to play the ball for the defence outwards, they were in topies, and that suited their game. And I agree with that comment 100%.
Yeah.
Down there, if we could even play possibly Sima and Matondo in the game next week. I don't know if that's the thing to do, but if you're wanting pace and wings, that might be an option. But I think Rangers are still on with a great chance. But the main comment that you've wrote there, you've got to take your chances.
Exactly.
Next week you cannot miss an open goal. Whoever the player is, it can't do it.
Yep. That's it. We were creating chances last night, which was something. Mark, that's a silly question. I don't there's no doubt that it will beat Kelly at home.
Right now it's listen, there's a lot of big hard games coming up for Rangers, and it's all about one step at a time.
Exactly.
Rangers need to, this is why I think Rangers need to focus as well on making sure they win the League Cup. It's all about a winner's mentality. When you start winning, you go into a role where you expect to win. And when you're not constantly winning, you don't have that. And Rangers need to drill that back into the club.
It's only through games like last night and seeing yourself get there, you go, no, I want more. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah. Another point as well is I see Rangers have made some boardroom changes as well. We'll try and get Mark Dingwall on next week and get a chat about that. We'll get some activity with a new board member from the USA.
Alright, okay.
But I don't know a lot about that, so I don't want to talk about things. I've not got the Mark's quite smart and up to date with it. Or if anybody else wants to call in next week, we'll chat about the boardroom level. We'll talk about what we're doing next week. We're doing
Thursday. What we'll do is we'll have a show. I think our intention is to have a show after the game in Wednesday, and hopefully that'll give time for Gordon to kind of get back as well.
No, Thursday. Mark, you've just jumped in there. Thursday night we'll be on the game's on Wednesday, innit? So we'll do the night after it.
Thursday. My wee boy, he's going to start. He's with Sons of Struth, but he's now been told because he's turned 6, he's leaving the Lion Cubs and starting to play community football. So it's him and I don't know. So it's a Tuesday. I need to take him on Tuesday. Aye.
So we've got some plans coming for the future, guys. We'll be doing a lot of work behind the scenes. It might not look like it, but there's been lots and lots of work, so I'll say.
I know.
But I would say
work.
It's always good to help people in the community and things like that. Is there anybody out there who's maybe going to university or anything like that does video editing, that does technology stuff, technical,
TikTok, social media,
writes articles,
advertising, marketing.
There's big opportunities going to come up in the next couple of months, but it'd be good to get more people on board.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
And other things, Viv might have some ideas as well, but we're just looking for a fresh approach at all times if people want to help.
We are, yeah.
There's going to be a bigger team of people on the Gers TV being announced in the next week. So there'll probably be more shows, but for more shows and to do some of the ideas that we're going to tell you about in the next month or two, exciting ideas, we're going to need more people.
We are, yeah.
To make it all happen, and just to have a fan channel that's telling it how it is. If it's all good, we'll tell you it's good, but if it's no, we'll be honest and upfront as we can at all times. In other words, if something's a barrel of shite, we'll tell you it is. Just straight to the point, we just want to have great Rangers chat, content, and promote the greatest football club in the world. So if anybody's, it doesn't need to be a young person, but if there's any young ones out there that are at uni or colleagues that are maybe want to
expand their skill set, yeah, I mean,
get involved and help us out, you know how to contact us if you've got a Rangers supporters club, or I think we'll add bars as well at some point if somebody wants to put their bars in, just to make sure people know where they are.
Their bars?
If there's a Rangers bar, if it's not an actual club, it just, this dog is driving me nuts.
The
dog's burrowing is what you're saying.
You mean like we could do a list of bars?
No, just if somebody says we've got a bar but it's not really a club, but we're all meeting to watch a game, we'll put that on as well. I think that's us for the night. Anybody else we'll miss? Just double checking, I'll get a message here.
We're spot on. 1:45.
45 minutes we've done. No, I don't see any more comments. No problem at all, guys. I think I'm going to get this ready to finish up for us. Guys, if you could like it, show the page and things like that, I appreciate that as well.
We didn't do shares tonight, did we?
No, well I don't know, I think we need to give, we'll get 47,000 likes on the page now. So I think we just go with that.
Aye.
No calls tonight, but we'll have calls back on next week. And I think that's us. Well guys, thank you very much.
Thank you, and remember,
we are the people.